Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Raven.
And this is the Laundry Room podcast. We all back in this bitch. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good. Really good.
We've had a really fun day today.
That last episode was a blast.
That was so cool.
Fucking nervous about this one, but I'm super excited.
This one, trigger warning right off the top.
It's a Taylar video.
It's a Taylar video.
The good old Taylar trigger.
One thing about me, I'm gonna fuck shit up. No, this one's kind of crazy. It was one of the first ones that I put
on our list.
When we were even just rapping about
that. Yeah, the first day we started writing our scripts, I remember you even saying, like, I definitely want to do the nursery rhyme one, and I was like, bet, go for it. I'm not even gonna fight you.
Fucking calling that one right now.
Yes.
So I'm going to talk about the crazy origins and history of nursery rhymes.
Oof.
And they are a lot more fucked up than we realized.
Yeah.
I knew like a couple of these were like
pretty dark.
Sketch.
Most.
Whew, I was not prepared. I was like researching this shit last night, and I was like,
damn.
Okay.
Is that why you didn't sleep?
That and then
editing.
I have this really bad habit of procrastinating, but I still get the shit done. So this is why I still fucking procrastinate. That's how I've always
been. Yeah.
And I've also had like a crazy weekend and
what's stupid
last week and everything.
Yeah,
with my friend's funeral and stuff.
I'm sorry again.
So it's just kind of been hectic all around. So I didn't really have
I've
any
always
other
noticed
choice.
Though that I do my best. Some
Under
of my
pressure.
best work under pressure. I hate it. I hate
diamonds and pearls are made under pressure, you know?
But yeah, I've always agreed with that statement. I definitely do knock out some of it. I remember in middle school, or maybe it was early high school. No, I think it was middle school. It was, I had to do a report on How to Kill a Mockingbird. So I legit read the back cover and wrote a 5-paragraph essay on How to Kill a Mockingbird, and I got an A-, and the teacher literally said it was one of the best descriptions of the book she had ever read.
I did that.
I didn't even read the fucking book.
I did that. What's that one? Something mice.
Oh, of Mice and Men?
Mice and Men.
I hated that one.
I hated the fucking book.
I hated it.
But I literally skimmed the book to find, because I knew where like certain chapters were from like skimming the
the glossary.
chapter breakdown, glossary, and Wikipedia. And I got like a B- on it.
I didn't have Wikipedia
in
when
my
I was
English
a kid.
honors.
I didn't have Wikipedia when I was a kid, so I genuinely had
I definitely wasn't supposed to, but like I did that.
I definitely
my freshman year I was fucking around and finding out. So.
I made that shit up off the top of my head, and it was still one of the funniest things to see that teacher be like, "This was one of the most in-depth researches I've ever seen."
You're like,
I didn't even read the book.
Yeah.
Still haven't read that book. Have no intention to. It's so boring.
Girl, do you remember I know I was for sure in at least middle school, you could type in specific textbooks into Google.
Oh, yeah.
Or like specific math worksheets and
shit,
and it would pull up all the fucking answers. Yeah, I loved
I never did that either. I didn't get into computers until I was around 13, 14. Was I think when my parents got me my first like legit computer.
I would just sneak on it when my mom was asleep and try and create MySpace pages. My brothers would always fucking...
You must have not had dial-up at that point, because there was no sneaking onto the internet when we first had it.
No. We had dial-up when I was still in elementary school. And then broadband came out.
Yeah. I was like, how old are you?
I'm turning 30 in December.
So you're not that much younger than me.
No.
Huh. Okay. I thought you were like
maybe
in your
midline's a little skewed.
No, I definitely don't remember.
You never remember my age.
I don't have Wikipedia. I definitely didn't have Wikipedia. I don't think I had Google or anything because it was mostly AOL when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely in like the AOL and
The
chat rooms
Yeah,
and shit,
should
being
not have
like
been in.
LOL, GT,
Oh yeah, I remember learning all the fucking abbreviations
BRB.
from WoW.
Yeah.
I learned BRB and
Do you
LOL
remember
and everything.
my yearbook?
No. Oh
No.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. I
I
never.
loved all the like forums and shit.
I'm gross.
There was, but it
The
was
early days of the internet.
yeah, yeah. I miss it.
But
Bring it back.
anyways,
Anyway, tangent number fucking
5,000
50.
million.
Do we have any business?
Was this suggested by? No, you already
Nope.
covered that because you
Okay.
wanted to do it from the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Again, thank you to our new subscribers.
Yes.
We love you already. On that note, we're gonna fuck around and find out. So, nursery rhymes essentially have been around as early as the 14th century,
Okay.
but they really started becoming popular mostly for adult entertainment, 16th, 17th, and
Oh, okay.
most popularly 18th century. So that's kind of crazy, but they support like fundamental reading skills through phonological awareness, spatial reasoning, and they're really good for like brain development and stuff.
Okay, well, it makes sense. That's why they were so popularly used.
But that's why it's kind of so surprising that they have such dark origins. There's also some racist roots, so trigger warning right off the fucking bat.
Good old
This
fashioned
fucked me
family
up.
racism.
I threw out all of my kids' nursery rhymes
as soon
books.
as-
I was
yeah.
like,
No.
nope. So buckle up for me. So I guess what I'm gonna do is just give you some examples and specifically dive into certain ones.
Yeah, okay.
And just give you like the
Yeah.
backstories. So Baba
Rapid
Black Sheep,
fire.
fucking send it. One it up.
I love how I do this and you go.
Don't fucking play me in a gun duel, bitch.
Obviously, I lost that. I
Yeah,
shot
you
twice.
did.
You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Center mass, bitch.
Bitch, oh shit.
So Ooh, I almost wheezed.
I thought you said I almost weed.
Okay.
Right.
So Baba Black Sheep, it basically came about when the medieval like wool tax was implemented by King Edward the First,
Okay.
where he received like a third of the profits per sack.
Okay, so he didn't actually like receive a percentage of the wool. He just received a percentage of whatever they made from selling the
Profit.
wool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially, like, think about it. You bring 3 sacks of wool. He gets one of those.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
You know?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
For doing nothing. Just
doing
because
nothing.
he said so.
But black wool was less lucrative because you couldn't dye it. So you were paid less for it. So that was Baba Black Sheep. Do you have any wool?
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 times full.
Oh.
Or some shit.
I
That's
don't.
how
Yeah,
it
I don't
goes,
really
but-
remember the Baba Black Sheep fucking nursery rhyme,
But yeah, that's yeah. So they're like, I'm on my way to go get fucked by King Edward the First. You know, let me sing this little silly song.
that's what they would sing as they were like either shearing the sheep or walking to go fucking
Yeah. No.
give the money to the dude. Fucking
crazy.
kings, dude. They've always just been fucking pricks. All of them throughout
Fucking white
history.
men.
God.
Worst.
Worst.
Okay. Rub-a-dub-dub.
Oh no.
What do you think it's about? Because I'm going to tell you wrong.
I want to
you
say
remember
it's
that one?
leprosy.
That's a good fucking guess, but you're so off base.
Oh my! I was like, am I close? No, you could be fucking further from it, but good guess.
She's like, it's either that or syphilis.
I mean, I was gonna say tuberculosis.
Everyone and your mama, bitch.
Rub-a-dub-dub in a tuberculosis.
In a tuberculosis tub.
Oh, gross.
Actually, so it was sexual entertainment through like peep shows with traveling fairs. And it was
I
essentially
never heard of that.
you could watch 3 women bathing and essentially enjoying each other's company.
That is a child's nursery rhyme?
Yeah. And then the Victorians changed it to 3 men, as if that wouldn't be just as fun to certain people. Jack and Jill.
Okay.
It was originally Jack and Gill.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's how it was pronounced or if it was still pronounced Jill, but
but
that's the original. But it was actually units of measurement from what I could find. And I couldn't comprehend it. I was having a really hard time with it, and so I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'll rap about it, but like
I do that sometimes where I almost want to like cut it out, but I'm like, I've already done enough research that I might as well include what I have.
And it's still like, it's still interesting.
Yeah.
Even if I can't like fully grasp it.
Same.
You know? But King Charles I tried implementing a liquid tax reform that Parliament ended up rejecting.
Oh, okay.
And so, being the petty little bitch that he was, he, in response to that, like, reduced the volume of those measurements.
Oh.
Okay. There's also, in a couple sources that I found, so it was worth mentioning, it is rumored that Jack and Jill were actually a young couple that were going up the hill to fill more than just a pail of water, if you know what I'm saying. But basically, what happens in this said rumor is a boulder becomes like dislodged and crushes Jack.
What the fuck?
Jill got pregnant.
Oh.
Died during childbirth of their son, and the village ended up having to like raise the son. But it's rumored that that's where the surname Gilson comes from.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But that would make sense if you think about it. If it was a village and it was 2 prominent people, or, you know, a small village that everybody knows everybody anyway, so these 2 people go up on a hill.
Young
one of them gets crushed by a boulder, the other one gets pregnant, dies.
Wow.
You have to raise that child. Of course the village is going to make a tale about them or something, and it probably just originated where it was like, so
Jack and Jill went up the hill
Jack
to
and
fill
Jill went
her
up the
the
hill.
fuck up.
Yeah, they were filling a pail of water, you know what I'm talking about, and then Jill or Jack gets crushed by a fucking boulder. Whatever.
Nutted and butted, if you will.
Nutted and crushed. He crushed and was crushed.
Oh, man. So, I guess we can all just deduce that the bucket of water, the pail of water was
child.
Jill.
Oh.
You gotta fill up the
Jack
water.
and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. But see, that's weird,
Jack fell down and broke his crown.
Broke his crown.
And Jill came tumbling
So did he
after.
like it? She crushed his head with a boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
It's a rock.
Is that just a boulder?
It's a rock.
But yeah, I thought that was.
That's fucking so
I was
weird.
like, okay.
Okay, bet.
They do be fucking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no?
At least it wasn't tuberculosis this time.
Or syphilis. You know, to each their own. Maybe it was. We don't know. Okay, I wasn't there. I couldn't tell you.
Are you sure? You sure you weren't there?
I don't know. I need to pass life regression. I'll let you
True.
know.
I
want to do that
I do
so
believe
bad,
in past lives.
but it also like scares the shit out of me.
Well, because I think I've talked to you about it before, and
Yeah.
like without getting too far into detail, but I was doing therapy when I was in the military, and they did. I can't remember what it was called, but I had to like follow this
Hypnosis?
It was basically hypnosis, but
Okay.
it didn't put me into a hypnotic state. It would put me into a state where I was able to access memories that I had repressed.
Okay.
And I was able to bring out a lot of childhood trauma that I had suffered from and that I had actually repressed through a lot of my childhood. The same trauma that
your
me and my
brain does
sister,
that to
yeah, my
help
sister
you.
processed it differently because she was a lot older and could remember it.
Yeah.
I was young enough that I just repressed it. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, they helped me bring those memories out and then kind of just said, hey, have fun with those. And never really helped me process any of that shit.
Yeah.
So
Fuck.
made
sorry
things a
that-
lot worse, but I eventually, but like now I'm much better because I finally talked to a better therapist later on,
Yeah.
and was able to talk to her about a lot of that
Therapy
stuff, and she
is
helped me
like one of the best things
tremendously.
you can do for yourself. It doesn't matter if you have shit going on or
Highly
everything
doubt
is
you're
going
watching
really
this at all,
good,
but shout out Shayna, you literally saved my life. I appreciate you.
We love you. No, but I'm glad that
Same.
you did that.
Same.
So, good for you.
Thank you.
I give you a high five. Proud of you, bitch.
Mental health.
Titty. Hit the mic.
Knocking everything over. Jesus Christ.
I love that for you,
I
though.
love you so much. Thank you. I needed this. I needed to
Good.
fucking laugh.
I do
dude.
feel a lot better.
I literally have spent the last couple days just fucking crying. I've been
what you
intentionally
were
watching
telling me.
really sad shit on YouTube and Facebook and shit, but like,
Like,
did you see
that's
that?
hard.
Did you see that reel I posted the other day of the guy talking about his cat, where he referred to her as his daughter?
Yeah. I had to watch it on mute because I
Literally,
was like,
just
I'm
thinking
gonna
about
bawl
it
my eyes
now
out.
is making my eyes tear up
Yeah.
so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I ugly cried so bad that Link walked into the room, sat down in front of me, and he looked up at me and he went,
And you're
and
like,
I
bitch.
scooped him up so fucking fast and buried my face into him, and he straight up just sat there. Didn't make a sound, didn't move, just let me fucking cry into him
It's
for
that
like
puppy
30
in
minutes.
Puss in Boots.
I love that movie. I finally watched The
Yes.
Last Wish. It was so fucking
It's
good.
so good.
His story is so sad, but I love
Yeah.
how he's just like laughing about it the whole time. Our entire generation,
Aggressively positive.
just like, hey, whole world burning, we're drowning, but
We're used to it.
We're
What's
used to it.
next?
You know, there's actually an ancient Chinese curse that says may you live during interesting times. Which basically,
So are we fucking cursed?
yeah,
Just as
that's what I think.
millennials in
they
general?
killed Harambe, and we're fucking cursed.
We lost Betty White. We lost
What?
Steve Irwin.
Steve, that's when it really hit, dude. His death hurt. Anyways,
All right. Ring Around the Rosie. I feel like
This
most
one.
people know this one.
The Black Death.
But if you don't, basically, during the Black Plague, to mask not only the smell of the infected, but the smell of the dead, they would put flowers in the bottom of their plague mask. So that's where that comes from. And then ashes to ashes, we all burned down. It was
they were
talking
burning
about
the
burning
bodies.
the bodies. Yeah. So
that
one
one,
was
that
a
was
quick-
the first one I ever learned about.
Yeah.
And that was a long time ago. Because I watched a lot of documentaries about the Black Death. Because it was just so crazy to see, like,
insane.
how close the world came to, like, total extinction. And then
London
look
just
at,
shut the fuck down, dude.
yeah, oh, dude. Paris is still built on thousands of remains.
Yeah.
like,
That's
it's
what I really want to
insane.
do, like an episode on the
catacombs.
catacombs. You know the vibes.
Girl, we
But-
are on the same motherfucking page.
Always. But yeah, so obviously worth mentioning, even though that one's pretty well known.
So dark.
Yeah, it is. Rock by Baby.
Ooh.
My daughter, my youngest, sings this one all the time, and I'm like,
Stop
now it's like
it.
cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, shut the fuck
Is that why they use it in horror movies all the time? And like just
Probably.
all of these in horror movies all the
Probably,
time?
because this one is really sad.
Oh.
Heavy trigger warning
Uh-oh.
for basically the rest of these, starting right now.
That was already bad.
So
Oh,
it's
no.
believed to be about King James II and like his infertility issues, trying
Oh.
to get an heir.
Uh-huh.
And so it's rumored that he smuggled another man's baby into the birthing chambers, so that he could keep the throne under control of the Roman Catholic Church.
Oh.
So that was the biggest thing. But they also say in a couple sources, again, trigger warning, because this one fucks me up. They also say that it's linked to when a mother would give birth to a stillborn, they would hang the babies by their necks in trees in hopes of bringing them back, and that was Rockabye Baby.
How the fuck does that make sense?
The logic,
But then again,
I'm missing it, but
you gotta think about, like, they thought leeches cured something at one point. Like, oh, you're sick, let's suck the blood out of you, that helps.
or just draining your blood in
or
general.
just bloodletting in general.
Yeah.
I didn't even fucking,
Insane,
Stupid.
but, you know,
wow. God, that'd be so fucking dark. Could you imagine
that one,
already going through the trauma of having that happen to you, and then you have to walk by that tree every day?
Well, and that one, that was like the last one I read last night, and I was like, I gotta shut it down. Like, that fucked me up.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's such a bad thing to go to bed
That's why I was
on.
like, let me just move on to, like, editing.
Oh, yeah, let me distract myself with this. Oh,
yeah, so
babe.
it just, you know, that one really fucked my head up.
That's
for
dark. That's dark.
a bit.
Hopefully it's the first one and not the second one.
Yeah, I'll be... Either way, I'm not well with that.
Yeah, true. That's so dark.
Any, mini, miny, mo.
Oh, God.
Trigger warning, this is where the racism comes
Oh,
into play.
uh-huh.
This one also, like, really fucks me up. This one pisses me off. Like, grinds my gears.
Oh, fuck.
So, it's basically a rhyme about, like, a game of tag, right? That's how we know it. But it's actually linked back to catching enslaved people. Tiger was a racial slur at that point. Like, I don't even feel right saying that anymore.
No, like, you don't understand. Like, that is... So what I know that from is using it to pick something. Mm-hmm. Like...
Yes.
I have used it all the time.
Yeah, 'cause
still
it was
to this day.
to pick who's
eeny,
it,
meeny,
right?
miny, moe, catch it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now I'm like, I will never fucking say
Fuck,
this shit
dude.
ever again.
No, that
Nope.
makes me feel literally, like, sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it... Like, my chest started
They
burning
taught
and
us
shit.
that in
I was,
school.
Like, I was ready to throw up when I was like, oh my gosh.
I literally felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Like, that
I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. That literally, as soon as I read that shit, that's when I threw out all my kids'
I don't
nursery
blame
rhyme
you.
books.
Because,
I
like,
was like,
that right
we're
there,
done.
that just broke my mind.
We're done.
I have used that still to this day. When I
Often,
cannot
right?
make a decision, I'm like,
and little did we know,
oh, I feel
that's
so
what it was for.
stupid now.
10 little monkeys jumping on the bed.
Oh, God.
That's another one.
Yep.
Do your ears hang low?
Oh,
Both of
God.
those were to mock black people.
Yeah.
So, also done. Jimmy Crack Corn, Campton Town Races, and Oh Susanna are also in this category. So,
Jesus.
yeah, it's fucked up.
I'm over it.
Absolutely fucking not.
I'm so over this entire fucking country. It's not even funny.
It's disgusting. Because that's a human being.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what your
What?
nationality is,
Nope.
what your race is. As long as you're, like, a good human being.
We all have the same blood
You deserve
pumping
love.
through our motherfucking veins.
We are all... Nobody is better than anybody else. I
No.
don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Nobody's better, nobody's worse. Like, the only people I would ever say that are worse are fucking serial killers and fucking rapists and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, people
Yep.
obviously the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Don't care what the color of your skin is. I don't care what your gender is. I
No.
don't care what your
If you're a human
religious
being
background is.
and you're a good human being,
I will treat you with
fucking
upstairs-
ride
yes.
for you. You let me know when you need me, and I am
Yes.
there. Like,
yes.
but
if you're a piece of shit, then you're just a piece of shit, regardless of any
I just-
external factors.
I will never understand
how you could
how you can hate someone
based off of
based
just
off that shit.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, look at me.
religion. I mean, look what
Yeah.
happened after 9/11.
Oh, the fucking constant hatred against anybody from the Middle East because they're all fucking terrorists.
It blows my fucking mind because I'm like, I have never looked at somebody and immediately was just like, just because of the way you look, I fucking hate you.
Yes. I gotta remind myself, just like with me and LGBT, there are loud radical groups within every single one of
Everything.
these. And
Yeah.
those are the ones that get the most attention. Those are the ones that you see on the news and everybody's like, oh, they're fucking crazy.
A handful of
That
people
handful
can
of
fuck it up
people
for
can
everybody
fuck it
else.
up for everybody
Absolutely.
else. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so it's fucking so frustrating to constantly have to defend yourself, but then do it in a way to where you're not coming across like you're radical and
Yeah.
like,
It just grosses me out. Like, it's kind hands, kind words, okay?
yes.
Fuck.
It should be
Alright.
pretty obvious now.
piggybacking off of that,
Oh,
actually.
jeez.
Here we go around the mulberry tree.
Okay, uh-huh.
So this is heavily like highlighted by like the history of like oppressed and marginalized people again. But it actually was about West England's like West Yorkshire prison,
Okay.
where the female, mostly black prisoners, would during yard time dance around the mulberry tree that was out there with their kids.
They had
Apparently,
their kids in prison with them?
Mm-hmm. But they would do that as like a form of exercise, just to like
Get the energy out, yeah.
get the energy out for the kids. Like it's something fun in such a fucked up place.
But they were probably only in prison because they were a different skin color.
Most likely, yeah. So, it just fucks me up.
Right.
So, Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that about?
I want to say... Oh, that's what we were talking... Mary the First.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, Mary the First, or Bloody Mary, as she is known. Condensed version, because Raven will definitely be doing an episode on her. She executed like hundreds of Protestants during her reign. Silver bells and cockle bells were actually medieval devices that she would use to
torture them.
Yeah.
Oof.
Three Blind Mice was also written about her, and it was about these three Protestant bishops that she burned at the stake because they were trying to overthrow her because she was so fucking radical.
And violent, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Fuck.
Crazy.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that wild? I was like,
dude, no, I can't. I'm like, fuck? I'm scared to do an episode about her because
I'm not going to be able to watch Shrek the same.
Is there Mary in Shrek?
Three Blind Mice are.
Oh, shit.
A lot of the nursery rhymes are in there.
Do you talk about the gingerbread man?
I don't.
I want to
save that for a part 2.
Okay, but I heard that one's fucked up. Isn't it about like a serial killer or something?
That one's real.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one I can't wait to hear more about. Okay.
Yes.
I won't try to spoil it.
But yeah, I wanted
for
to do
myself.
like a second one.
That's
of
totally
this,
cool.
for sure.
That's totally cool.
This next one, I believe, is actually my last one.
Okay.
So Georgie Porgy.
I don't think I've ever heard
this one? I was like, this one is very... I vaguely remember it, but I don't.
I feel like that's one important thing to keep in mind is a lot of these nursery rhymes do kind of originate from certain parts of the country. So, like, I remember saying more...
It was really hard to, like, fact check these.
Yeah.
So a lot of these are obviously based in rumor, but I think they're still worth, like, noting and touching on.
Yeah, absolutely.
The more you know.
They had to have originated from somewhere. And knowing that, like... Especially now, that eeny, meeny, miny, mo one fucks me up so bad, dude. I literally feel so sick.
Fucking turned my stomach with that shit.
So,
so George Villiers, I believe is how it's pronounced, the first Duke of Buckingham.
Okay.
Is who's this about. Basically, the tale originated because of his long-lasting affair with James the First.
Oh.
As well as, like, also seducing ladies of the court.
Oh.
So, basically, he's fucking around with James. But he's also fucking around with these women, fucking with their emotions, kissing and dipping kind of situation. And so what he would do is he would pull some fuckboy shit with these women.
Classic fuckboys.
And then run to the king for protection. And get him to help him avoid, like, these inevitable duels.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fucking with these women's honor, essentially.
Okay.
You know? So, basically, James would, like, continue to bestow, like, court appointments to him and continue to increase his, like, power and influence. And so he was just, like, constantly getting away with this shit.
What the fuck?
He even, like, the king even at one point dissolved the parliament twice to avoid Villiers' impeachment, like from impeachment. But also, eventually he was assassinated by political rivals. But I was just like, okay, I never realized that was
I didn't realize that that's what, yeah.
home
I
slice.
didn't realize that. Because I remember watching a podcast about, I want to say, who was the fucking king?
King James the First.
Yeah, King James. He deposed the fucking parliament so many times. Like, anytime.
And it was because his fucking side piece was pulling fuck shit.
Well, yeah, it was either because of his side piece or just because they were trying to do some policy or something that he just didn't like. So he's like, you know what?
Shut
Since
it
I don't
down.
agree with you, you're fucking done.
Yeah.
And then, like, there was one point where I think he died, and the parliament that started after that was known as, like, the Long Parliament, because then all these people refused to fucking even leave office. So it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing over there?
I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that. And I was
That's
like,
gonna be fucking, but it's so complicated. Political stuff is
again,
so
it's hard
complicated.
to fact check that shit, you know? It is. I don't know.
But that's crazy. I didn't realize that. And
Yeah.
see, that's another thing that makes me laugh when people are like, I want to go back to the time when men were men. That dude was a king and he was bisexual, so...
He was still clapping those cheeks. It didn't fucking matter.
How about you guys realize that maybe it's not as important as you think it is?
Whatever. But, yeah, that's,
That's so fucking dark.
the, origins of
Half the
certain
shit we
nursery
learned
rhymes.
as children. Yay!
Yeah, I was like, never again.
I literally remember them teaching me that eeny, meeny, miny, mo at
Yeah.
school when we would be picking people for games at recess or whatever.
Yeah. They're like,
Like,
it's fair.
It's
No, the
fair.
fuck it's
no,
not.
it's racist. But see, if you were to say that now as a kid, people would be like, "Oh, look at these fucking woke kids. They don't even know what they're talking about." Bitch, you don't
Literally.
even know what we're talking about.
Let me fucking teach you
Let
today,
me fucking
bitch, so
teach
you
you.
understand
Yeah.
why I'm saying what I'm saying. But
That is gonna be something that actively changes from this day on. I don't think I will ever be able to
Never
actually
again.
say that without
again.
feeling just so sick to my stomach.
I cannot wait to get on YouTube later, on kids' YouTube, and block
And
all of
block all
the
that
fucking
nursery
nursery
rhyme
rhyme
shit.
videos because absolutely not.
Why? Why would we make children's nursery rhymes about shit so dark?
Because it was originally for adult entertainment. It was
Oh, I guess that's
silly
true. It
ways for
wasn't-
them to.
And then at some point, parents just started using it on their children to, like,
Because it's soothing.
yeah, okay.
Is it?
Not if
Is
you
it?
actually know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so
Well,
that's that.
Shit, dude.
On that
Thank
note,
you for sharing.
absolutely. Thank
That,
you for
I can't wait
listening.
for part 2 of that one.
Yeah, I definitely wanna dive a little bit deeper, just because I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about it now.
No.
It's fucking with my head, mental.
How much of our lives how much of our childhood those nursery rhymes shaped? Like,
Right.
It's so insane to think about. And,
Right.
I wish
just
I
insane.
didn't know them now.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm like, can we just
Yeah, give me one of those.
like in Harry Potter, you just pull the memory out?
I was thinking of the Men in Black.
Oh fuck yeah!
Just
Do
wipe
it.
my own memory every day, and then in the mirror just be like, "You're awesome. You love yourself. You're amazing." And
You
then
don't
just be
remember
like,
shit
"You
about
don't remember
fuck."
shit about fuck." Walk into work like, "God, do you remember how shit yesterday was?" Nope.
What are you talking about? Yeah. But yeah, so that was wild.
Yeah.
On that note, follow us on socials. We have YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Send in episode suggestions, personal tales.
Once again, thank you so much to all of our subscribers.
Yes.
We have hit the big
Love
5-0
you.
already.
Yep.
I can't, honestly, was not
We
ever
were so
expecting to
fucking
make
excited.
it over 5 subscribers.
Yeah,
To know
we have
so-
to celebrate. Go
Absolutely.
us.
I was going to pick up a bottle of wine, but I dropped the ball.
That's
We'll
okay.
do that later.
I
Yeah.
always got the motherfucking topos on.
And I got the coffee. So.
Yes. But yeah, hit us up on our Gmail.
Yeah.
It's the laundryroomapodcast@gmail.com. We're going to bag out.
Yeah.
All right?
Bye.
Peace.
I always fucking wave off camera.